I have Toni on the call today. And so Toni, what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell me where you're from, all of the good stuff. I want to know everything.
All right. My name is Toni Peay. I am in Raleigh, North Carolina. I am with Keller Williams Preferred Realty. I work Raleigh, Durham, Knightdale, Chapel Hill, the triangle. So I'm there.
Nice.
Yes, I'm everywhere.
Perfect. So Toni, I wanted to have you on this call because there's something that I'm very, very passionate about. And it's essentially allowing agents to be able to teaching agents to fish for themselves as opposed to relying on others. So how we came about was someone in the Facebook group for our academy, and you're an academy member, obviously. So you had replied to one of their comments, and the comments was something to the effect of, I've been through lots of other programs, I've paid thousands of dollars, and what I have in this academy basically surpasses it all. And you,
By far.
thank you, thank you. You had actually replied to that, and you mentioned to the fact that you were actually looking to hire someone to do kind of all of this for you before you dove into the program. So just tell me a little bit of the backstory of like how that came about and why you thought you needed to hire someone in the first place.
So I am the biggest procrastinator around, and it's more of fear, trying to do new things. So I found your link on Facebook. I looked at it, said, yes, that's what I want to do. Went into the program, started doing it, got up to the website, started it, and froze. So then I looked and I was like, oh my God, it's been 8 weeks since I started my website. So I jumped back in, but before I jumped back in, I clicked on somebody else's Facebook feed, and they were promising so much they can do. You can get all of this. You can get up to 20 leads and within 30 days, and you can do all of that, da, 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 da. And so I took the phone call. So when I took the phone call and then he told me how much it was going to pay, I had to pay. I said, wait a minute. I'm getting this already. Why do I need to have somebody do it for me? And I'm already getting it in the class that I signed up for. And the thing that really made me say, aha, was you're touchable. I can reach out, I can make a comment, and you respond just as if you were a regular person. So that to me meant more to me than paying too much money for something that I just need to sit back and say, okay, I'm going to take small bites. And I'm going to do 15 minutes every night until I get it done. So I now have become active in the academy. I now ask questions. I get answers like that. And I am just like, thank God I didn't go down that dumb rabbit hole over there and stay where I'm supposed to be.
Yes. Okay. So let me back up because oh my gosh, you touched on so much. I'm like, oh my gosh, you got me fired up over here. Like basically one of the things, so before I started this business, and I know you know that, but anybody who's listening, you may not know, I was a freelance marketer. So like I was that person who you would have called, right?
Right.
And it's like, I was doing all of this marketing for agents. And like, as a marketer, what was frustrating for me was like, if the agent is not lead generation focused, meaning like, if you're not creating content, if you're not blogging, if you're not creating videos, if you're not doing social media, I literally have nothing to promote, nothing to advertise, nothing to even, I don't have anything to work with.
Yes.
So on that side of the house, it's hard because it's like when someone is telling you, oh, I'll do all of your lead generation, you don't have to do a thing. That's impossible. And I know from experience, like, and so that's number one. And then number two, it's like on your side of the house, what I've also noticed is that a lot of agents, like mega agents, I cannot think of one mega agent that has not taken full responsibility over their lead generation. A lot of times their lead generation is simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. They're
Very
doing
simple.
very simple things. They are fully in the driver's seat of all the things that are happening. Like you can outsource some of the things like the actual posting or the editing or whatever, but you're the face of your brand. So there's no way that you can outsource all of it and someone's just like, oh, I'll do it all. Like it's impossible.
It's terrible. So we have meetings at my market center a lot, and we get to talk to these mega agents. So for the last couple of months, my first question to them is, how do you do your marketing? Who's doing your marketing? And the majority of them is, I'm doing my own marketing. I make my own phone calls. I go out and door knock. Yes, I have a team, but they have to do what they do. But I have to do what I have to do so I can lead. I'm a single agent. I'm not a team. So that means I have to look at everything and categorize how I want to do it. Working with your academy has made me focus, helped me come out of that procrastination and get things done. It might be slow, but I'm getting it done. And every time I go through a chapter, my eyes get so wide and I sit there and I laugh and I'm like, oh my goodness, you are such a fool. I am so glad I said no.
Well, and I think it's like you mentioned something in the group where it was like they wanted to charge you something like $3,000 for one campaign or something.
Yes.
That's insane. That's
and I was
insane.
like, $3,000? Do you know what I can do? I can pay my membership off with Academy and use that to go get some paper and print.
Yes. Or it's like, even this is what I always say too, is that the amount of money that you would spend on someone to, quote unquote, do it for you is money that you could put towards Facebook ads, which is just like you mentioned, get a return on your investment. I'm like, if I'm going to spend $3,000, I would much rather just take the time, learn how to do all of the things. Like I said, it's very simple, do it and it's done. And then you can take that money and do other things. So I agree with you 100% on that one.
And I think by me doing it myself, I feel more accomplished. I feel like, I'm behind this brand. Yeah, I may have spelled a word wrong or two, but that's me. You can catch it. Tell me I did it wrong. Let me correct it. Let me learn. This is a learning industry. We are in front of tons of people. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
And the other thing is that, like, this is another pitfall that I see, is that if you go on a listing presentation or if you go out to a buyer's appointment and they're looking like, they're asking you questions. Well, how did you run that ad? Or how many people did you hit? You're going to be like, well, I don't know, because I didn't do it. And it's like, that's not a good position for you to be in as an agent, because you don't know.
Exactly.
And the other thing I see too is like, I noticed, like, when I was an agent and then became a marketer ultimately, is when I would go to do marketing for all of the other agents that I was marketing for, sometimes they would come to me because this other person got my Facebook ads account shut down, or this other person came to me, like they would come to me because they would say, I'm at a loss. I don't know what's happening. I dive into their account and I realize that this other marketer who promised the world hasn't done a thing. My heart hurts when I see stuff like that. And one of the reasons why I actually started the Academy in the first place was, again, to teach people how to do it themselves. And if you have the means and you have a big team, at least you know how to hire and possibly fire a marketer who's not doing what they said that they were going to do.
Exactly. And that's what I've learned. I've learned so much. I know I'm only on stage 3, but I'm like, oh my God, when can I get to the next stage? Hurry up. I need to hurry up to get on so I can figure out what else I can start posting. And then you have me thinking, because there's so many agents out there. You want to be that agent that's not one, maybe 2. Maybe the second one that they say, oh, well, I've seen her blogs, I've seen her ads, or I've seen her around town, but I've seen her website. You want your name out there, and I just feel more empowered if I do it myself. And that's what I like about your academy. It makes me feel more empowered. It makes me learn stuff that I don't know.
I love that. I'm a lifelong learner, and like just the fact that you say that like lights my heart up, because I feel like me being able to provide something like a service for you guys, it's so important to me that you are learning, you're pushing yourself, you're taking yourself
Yes.
to the next level. And like,
Yep.
I'm so proud of you, because a lot of people are afraid. They're afraid to put themselves out there. They're afraid to learn new things, or like, they're just like, oh, I want to take the easy route. And it's like, I say all the time, cheesy marketing is easy. Cheesy is so easy. It's not going to produce results, but it is easy. And it's like, I'm proud of you for actually like pushing through. And I'm also proud of you for being open and honest and vulnerable with yourself, where you're like, you know what? I've been doing this for 8 weeks. I've been maybe dabbling in and out,
Mhm.
but you know what? I need to take a second look. And you basically swallowed your own pride and you're like, let's do it. And I'm so proud of you. I'm really,
Thank you. Thank
it
you.
takes a big person to do that. It
Oh,
does.
yeah, it does. It does. But at the end of the day, I have to be happy what is produced and put out.
Yeah.
Because if somebody comes and like you said it, well, what's your statistics? I don't want to sit there and say, and that's an aha moment, because when we were in the class today, the person said the same thing you just say. How can you go out on a listing presentation and you don't have your statistics there showing? Well, I do use Facebook, and here's my ads, here's my insight, here's my Instagram, here's my insight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you can't produce that and you don't know those numbers, you're looking foolish, because there are some tech savvy buyers and sellers out there.
Oh, and agents. So, I mean, it's like if you're up against another agent you're on a
Yes.
listing presentation, they're tax savvy and you're using Joe Marketer and you don't know how to
Yes.
answer those questions, you're automatically put at a disadvantage. And so
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
agree with everything that you're saying. It's like, it's about empowerment. It's about taking control of your lead generation. It's
Yes.
also about taking control of your costs
Yes.
and providing ROI, and you being responsible and you putting yourself in the driver's seat for doing all of those things. Like I said, that is a big deal. A lot of agents are not willing to do that. I'm proud of you for doing all the things that you're doing. And I'm like so excited to hear all of your future success stories. I cannot wait.
Yes. I will be posting them on your site as soon as they come in.
I love it. I love it.
Love the
Yeah.
people on that site. Love it. Love it.
Well, I'm so excited to have you as part of the Academy. Is there anything else that you would maybe want someone else to know, or anything else you want to say before we go ahead and wrap it up?
The one thing I would say is, for somebody that's going through your program, be patient.
Yeah.
Work it through. If you have to go slow, but work it through. The benefits and the payoff are unbelievable. The knowledge is power. She is giving us everything we know to be powerful out here in this market.
Yes. Thank you so much, Toni. I really appreciate it.
Thank
For
you.
anybody, yes. For anyone who's thinking about joining the Academy, please go to leadstrategyacademy.com for more information. And I'm so thankful again. Thank you, Toni, for coming here. And yes, I cannot wait. I look forward to all of your success stories, and I know you'll post them in the group. So I'm super
Yes.
excited.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Toni. Bye.
Bye.